Phase 3 of the Anniversary TBC is coming on August 27th, and it's going to bring many new changes and much new content. Let's talk about everything that's coming in Phase 3, everything that's changing from Phase 2 to Phase 3, and a list of preparation steps ranked by their importance and impact. All in under 13 minutes. Let's go. Hey friends, as always, I hope this video finds everyone well and in good spirit. Today we're going to explore what is exactly coming in Phase 3 of the Anniversary Burning Crusade, what to expect and how to properly prepare yourself for the upcoming changes so when the Phase 3 is here, you're ahead of the curve and not scrambling. So first, let's talk about what is coming with the new phase. So as I mentioned in the very beginning, Phase 3 is coming on August 27th. Bringing two new raids, the Black Temple and Battle for Mount Hyjal. Three new factions with their unique reputation awards, Ranked Arena Season 3 with the new Vengeful Gladiator sets, major changes to Jewelcrafting introducing new epic gems, and 6 new buy-and-don't-pick-up flasks usable inside the Phase 2 and Phase 3 raids. Well, actually in Sunwell Plateau as well, but we'll get to that later. Both raids are going to be even harder than SSC and TK, with much deeper focus on raid mechanics and some serious gear checks. Black Temple is the major raid, kinda like SSC, featuring 9 bosses, and Battle for Mount Hyjal is a smaller raid, more similar to TK, featuring only 5 bosses. Now, both raids are going to be heavily laden with demons and shadow damage, requiring for the whole raid and not just the tanks to stack up on shadow resistance, at least for one of the boss fights, Mother Shiraz. Now, if you have defeated Kel'Thuzad in Vanilla and still have your Mark of the Champion trinket, that trinket will actually become very viable in Black Temple or Mount Hyjal, as it boosts damage to undead and demons. Both raids will require unique attunements, which will be behind some quest chains, which we'll talk about later in this video under the preparation part. Now, Phase 3 will also bring 3 new factions into the game. Scale of the Sands, which you'll get reputation from Hyjal, offering scaling epic rings and a ton of new jewel crafting recipes. An absolute must for any jewel crafter. Another faction is Ashtongue Deathsworn from Black Temple, offering variety of different tailoring, leatherworking, and blacksmithing recipes, culminating with some specific or class-specific trinkets at the Exalted level. Third faction is a minor faction called Netherwing. It's a dailies hub located in Shadowmoon Valley, offering some so-so blue trinkets and epic flying mounts for the Exalted level at the end. Netherwing is essentially another version of Shatari Skyguard with almost identical rewards. Now for PvP, Ranked Arena Season 2 will conclude on August 16th at 10 PM server time, making all of the Season 2 Gladiator gear available at a discount and without rank requirement, while Season 1 gear will be available in faction capitals for honor points. Make sure to check out my earlier video on how to gear yourself in full 100% best in slot PvP gear with the minimum effort, but that's only available between the 2 PvP seasons. Now, the new PvP Season 3 will start on August 27th, along with the PvE portion, resetting all ranks and arena points and offering new Vengeful Gladiator sets and Vindicator offset pieces. There will be new epic gems and myriad of new jewel crafting recipes for those gems. Jewel crafters rejoice. Now, new recipes will be available as buy-and-don't-pick-up drops from the Hyjal raid and through Scale of Sands reputation. It is a sad day for my PvP geared jewel crafter rogue who just doesn't get to raid. Now, I did start working on my PvE set just so I can get in there and collect those recipes. Hopefully I'll make the raid. Anyway, lastly, there will be new BOP flasks added to the game available through vendors located in Shattra City that can be used inside Phase 2 and onward raids. To be able to obtain such flasks, player needs to be exalted with their chosen faction, which is either Aldor or Scryers, and be exalted with Cenarian Expedition. The currency with which flasks can be bought is called Mark of Illidari. It's a token that will drop from Trash Mob in SSC, Black Temple, Tempest Keep, and later in Sunwell Plateau. Now, that covers the major changes coming with Phase 3. There are some minor ones too, like Caverns of Time, Teleport Access. I'll fold that into the prep section coming up. Now, if I missed anything, let me know in the comments. And hey guys, if you find this video at all informative, helpful or interesting, please help me out. Press the like and especially subscribe to the channel. Anyway, let's talk about prep. So what to do to meet Phase 3 with the upper hand and not find yourself catching up? I will start with the most important, the critical preparation steps, and we will finish with optional and trivial ones. So first and foremost, the most critical preparation step is getting attuned to the new raids. As I mentioned earlier, each raid has own attunement quest chain. I know I said this in my prior videos and I will say it again. Download the add-on called Attune. The add-on has all of the game's attunement quests and chains and will guide you by hand where to go and what to do. If you do not already know each and every attunement in WoW by heart, download this add-on. It will make your life a lot easier, trust me. Now back to attunements. Hyjal is the fastest and the easiest one. The quest is called Vials of Eternity and it is picked up and turned in at the Caverns of Time. And to complete it, you need to loot a vial from each of the final bosses of SSC and TK. Pretty straightforward. Now the Black Temple attunement is actually much longer and harder to complete. It cannot yet be completed actually because it requires killing one of the bosses in Hyjal raid. But because it's a very long quest chain, start now. So when Phase 3 is out, you can right away jump on parts that you had to wait for. Now next, we have a very important part. Getting Exalted Reputation with Aldor or Scryers, whichever faction you picked, and the Cenarian Expedition so you can buy the new flasks to use in old and new raids. Most of us should already be exalted with either Aldor or Scryers, that's what we get our best shoulder enchant. But if you're not, the cheapest way is to repeatedly turn in Marks of Sargeras for Aldor and Sun Fury Signets for Scryers. Now there are quests and other turn-ins that you can do, but the fastest and the cheapest way is the Signets and the Marks. Now, the fastest and the cheapest way to get exalted with Cenarian Expedition is to spam run Steamvault's dungeon on a normal difficulty while turning in any procured Coilfang armaments to the Cenarian Expedition. Now, you could just buy a ton of armaments and turn them in, but you will need a lot of them, and running normal Steamvaults is just too easy, all while finding the armaments to turn in, normal and natural way. Next, equally important step is to build shadow resistance. Regardless if you're not a tank, we want to aim for at least 244 resistance in total, that is with buffs and consumables. Don't forget to take into account the necklace that you will get at the end of the Black Temple attunement. It will offer a big chunk of shadow resistance also. Now, even greens with shadow resistance will go for big gold in the auction house in the next 6 to 8 weeks. So if you already have better gear or you plan to have better gear and don't need the greens, don't vendor it, auction it. Anything with shadow resistance will sell well. Now, stacking up on shadow protection potions won't be a bad idea either. Since mobs in both raids are demons, demon slaying elixirs are also going to be in high demand. So ensuring that you either have the gold to buy the shadow protection and demon slaying consumables or have the consumables stocked up is a very important step in preparation for the upcoming raids. Now, steps that have medium importance are obtaining revered reputation with Keepers of Time, as you would have to be revered with them to teleport to Caverns of Time from the World's End Tavern. You don't want to be the one raid member that needs a summon holding back 24 people because you cannot teleport there. Now, another solid step, if you PvP, cap your honor at 75,000. Also obtain 25 Eye of the Storm marks and 5 marks of every other battleground. So the moment PvP Season 2 ends, you can buy the Season 3 off pieces with all the honor and the marks. Also, spend all of your arena points between August 16th and August 27th. That's when the Season 2 gear will be sold at a huge discount. Any unspent arena points will convert into simple honor, so spend it. Now, on the lower end of the important scale, we have completing prerequisite quests for the Netherwing faction. The prerequisite quests are available right now. That way, the moment Phase 3 drops, you have access to the daily quests that will build reputation with the Netherwing faction and provide you with some good gold. You will start as a hated, so you will need to work your way up to be able to interact with the NPCs and eventually gain access to the epic flying mounts. Now the prerequisite quest chain starts over here on this island in the Shadow Moon Valley from NPC called Mordinai, and the first quest is called Kindness. It is a long quest chain, so if you're interested in that faction, start now. Now, last prep step is the Badges of Justice. Only reason I'm placing it in the lower importance tier is because there is still a lot of time. But the Badges of Justice will be in the top tier of importance for Phase 4 prep. See, Badges of Justice store will get a ton of new and more powerful items in Phase 4, making many items best in slot for your class. Some classes will need over 400 badges to cross their shopping lists. Now, getting 400 badges in a few weeks is impossible. Therefore, I'm including this prep part for Phase 4 into the Phase 3 preparation list as a low importance prep part, as it will literally take you months to obtain all of the needed badges. Well, before we wrap up, one more thing that separates players who profit from new phase and the ones who get caught flat-footed: the auction house. Let's talk about what's about to spike and what you should be dumping now before it craters. I will start with items that I think will drop in price. Flasks, regular flasks, will drop in price due to the new bind-on pickup flasks being available with the tokens through the vendors that we discussed earlier. Blue gems will drop in price as purple epic gems will be introduced into the game. TK mana potions will drop in price since less and less people will run TK and they will have more gear requiring less potion use. So nature and fire resist gear will also drop, as it was critical in TK and SSC, but not anymore. It's not as viable anymore. I would get rid of all the resist gear unless it's a shadow resist. Now, what will rise in price are the Shadow Protection and Demon Slaying consumables. Shadow Protection gear, free action potions, and arcane bombs will go up in price significantly, as they will be in high demand for Hyjal's waves of mobs before every boss. Ores may go up in price as more jewel crafters will be hunting for gems. Primals may or may not go up in price, but they will most certainly not go down, so they may be good anti-inflation investment. I mean, people will still need the enchantments, and there will be a lot of new recipes. Well, that's the full Phase 3 rundown right there. 2 brutal new raids, 3 new factions, and a prep list where the difference between having fun on day 1 and getting benched for raid comes down to what you do in the next 4 weeks. Get attuned, get your resists in order, get your consumables sorted, and don't sleep on that Cenarian Expedition grind. Now guys, if this saves you some digging, the like button and a sub genuinely helps the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Good night.